If you could see the timeline of your life, I guarantee you would behave completely differently. We all act as if we will live until we're 70 years old, we'll have a happy, peaceful life, we'll live like the stereotypical, like average lifespan, but you don't know that. You don't know what's going to happen in the next minute. Every single day you drive to work and think, oh, I'm gonna make it from point A to B. There's gonna be no issues, but you don't know that. And there's many, many examples of people who have become extremely rich and extremely wealthy and extremely successful, but they had very short lives. So they acquired the wealth and the success, but they lived a short life with that wealth and success. And now what if I were to take you to a fortune teller, and that fortune teller says, yes, this person, you, is going to be very wealthy and successful. They had to work very hard to obtain the wealth and success. And once they obtain the wealth and success, they have that until the rest of their lives. And now, wouldn't you want to acquire that wealth and success sooner than later? What if you live until you're 70 years old and then you finally build up the courage and you're like, you know what? I don't care what people think anymore. And then you go to do it and you do become successful, like the fortune teller said, but you only live until you're 75. So you had 5 years with that wealth and success. But you could have started now whenever you're young. And this is the youngest you'll ever become. I don't care if you're 50 years old or 60 years old, you're still young. This is the youngest you'll ever be. You could have started now, but no, you waited. You waited because you were too scared of what somebody else was going to say about you. And so you waited until you were ready to acquire the wealth and success. So now your time with that wealth and success is limited. You're never going to feel stable. You're never going to be in a state of happiness until you actually go and try to do what you want to do. And now people always say, like, I'm unlucky. Only lucky people get this. Only people who are born into wealth get this. You're a loser. If you're thinking that way, you're a literal loser, because there's people who have been dirt poor and have gotten everything that they've wanted in life. Stop being like, I can't do this because I'm not lucky and I don't get the good things in life, and only certain people become influencers and only certain people's businesses flourish and do well. Shut up. Like, seriously, stop being like that. Why do you think you have these big goals and aspirations just to waste them? You think that the universe or God or whatever you believe in gave you these aspirations just to make fun of you and be like, haha, you dream big, but you can't do it. When would that ever happen? Some people, their biggest dreams are to go to university and get a 9-to-5, and that's a great dream. But some people's dreams are to become billionaires with huge assets and huge businesses that do super well. Why do you think that you have that big dream and big goal? Why do you think that is? And there's many people who are like, you know what, people have those big dreams, but not everyone can do them, because not everyone goes for them. Not everybody actually has the courage to go for them. If you have a dream, a lot of motivation, an inspiration, and some delusion. You need a little bit of delusion to be like, you know what, I can do this, because the delusion is what is going to drive you. And you know what, you're always doing random buffoonery anyway. You're always wasting your time and scrolling on TikTok and doing random stuff anyway. And you're always, complaining about how this will never happen to me and I'm just so unlucky, so I'm just gonna not even gonna bother trying anyway. You're always doing random stuff anyway, so why not just work towards your goal and see what happens? And along with your unlucky mentality, you're always being like, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do this later, I'll start my business later, I'll post my videos later, oh, it's okay, I'll be confident later. What's later? What's later? The later that you've made up in your head, the later that's not even guaranteed. Every single time you say later, it's not guaranteed that you're going to have a later. So put that same delusion into fulfilling your dreams. Put that same delusion into being like, you know what, maybe I can do this. There's no way that this is not going to happen. I'm going to do this. The life goals, the life dreams that I've created, there's no way I'm leaving this earth without fulfilling them. This is going to be my reality. I'm going to be rich. I'm not going to struggle in this lifetime. Put that same delusion in there. People also are always like, people are going to make fun of me. People are going to make fun of the way that I do my videos. People are going to make fun of me for reaching my dreams. What if this doesn't even happen and people just make fun of me? People are going to make fun of you regardless. People are going to judge you regardless. So just do what you want to do anyway. People are going to judge. If they want to judge, if they're bored and they want to judge, they will judge you. They will judge anybody. But the person actually that has the least likelihood of being judged are the forgotten ones, the ones that nobody pays attention to. The ones that are irrelevant. And I don't want to be irrelevant. I'm going to do everything it takes for me to actually do well in life. So if you want to be the joke and be like this irrelevant thing that everyone forgets and nobody even has time to judge, then you can do that. But if you actually want to do something well with your life, go do that too. 9 times out of 10, if they want to judge you, they will, no matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what you are doing, they will judge you. It doesn't matter. They might judge the way you sit, they might judge the way you talk, the way you literally walk. They'll judge you just for existing. And the thing is that would you rather be judged and be so miserable because you're living a life that you don't want? Or would you rather be judged and successful and rich and having the life that you want and just looking down at them and being like, what is wrong with you? Which life would you rather? Which reality would you rather? And people who you look up to, the people that you look for inspiration on how you want to live your life, they were 100% judged before they got to where they are now. 100%. Do you think that you're just special and you're going to be the only person in the entire world who's been judged for trying to achieve their dreams and goals? No, that's not going to happen. Everybody has been judged at some point. Even the celebrities, people who are relevant are judged all the time because those are the people that people look at. People look at them for inspiration. They also look at them for jealousy. They're like, they have something that I want. I hate them. She's privileged. She's flaunting everything. She's a brat. She's all this. She's all that. They could have easily, the people who are hating and judging, they could have easily done the same thing if they weren't just so busy judging and hating on everyone else. That's their own personal issue. And you know what? I would much rather be judged for trying to do exactly what I want to do than to be irrelevant and forgotten and to have no impact in this world. I would literally rather be judged for trying to do everything that I want to, because I know at one point I'm going to succeed, and people's biggest flex in life is going to be that they knew me. People always forget that they have free will. You have free will. You can do whatever you want as long as it's legal. And whenever somebody tells you that they don't like your videos, they don't like what you're doing, they don't like the goals that you set for yourself, you can choose to not take that in. You don't have to take on everyone's insecurities all the time. If somebody gives you criticism, you can choose if it's constructive and if you actually want to apply it. Or you can choose to be like, you know what, I really don't care. People are so sensitive, and I used to be extremely sensitive too. Anytime that somebody would tell me something, I'd be like, oh my god, they literally hate me and I'm done. I'm never gonna talk again. And that's such an exhausting way to be. Now if somebody's like, haha, like she's doing this, she's doing that, you know what, and I am doing that and I'm better than you, goodbye. There's billions of people in this world, which means that there's millions and millions of insecure people out there, and people who've been told that their dreams are too big and that they're not going to achieve anything, so they put that onto other people. I've literally told people what I want to achieve, and they're like, that's never going to happen. That doesn't happen to people like us. People like who? You? Ew. And I used to be the type of person that would literally take on everyone's insecurities, and anything that people told me, I'd be like, oh my god, they're right. Oh my god, I'm embarrassing myself by doing this and posting this and doing this and that. But then my mom was like, if you care about what a loser thinks or says, that makes you the biggest loser there is. Because I've never been hated on by somebody who would actually want to take on their life. Like, I have never been hated on someone where I'm like, oh, I wish I had your life, or I wish I had your brain. Never. Because they're losers. Nobody wants to be a loser. And if you are so concerned about what a loser says, that means that you see something in them, that you actually care about their advice that they're giving you. Ew. Who cares what they say or think, because nobody even cares about them. They're forgotten. A loser is somebody with no ambition, no life goals. Their only purpose is to tear people down. And that's the person that you're giving your energy to. Just think about that. That's disgusting. And even if you tried to achieve your life goals and everything, even if you tried all of that and it didn't technically work, it still did, because you learned something from that. You got experience from that. You can apply it to the next time that you try something. If you launched your business, or you tried to launch a business and it kind of fell apart, what did you do wrong? What went right? What went wrong? What can you apply it to for next time so you can actually build success? Only the idiots are the people that laugh at people who fail, because those are the people that don't see the value in failing. People who are successful, people who are already millionaires and billionaires, they will never laugh at somebody who failed, because they'll be like, I've been there too. I've done that a billion times, and that's why I am where I am, because they learned and applied what they failed at. But the people who don't see the value in failing, or the people who've never actually taken a chance at failing, they're here. They're at the very, very bottom and the very, very beginning of the line. But you failing, you're already way over here. You're already closer to your goal, because you've already learned everything that these people haven't learned yet. So at one point, if they even get there, if they even get the courage to get to where you are, they'll be here. They will fail a few times, and they'll be closer to getting into their finish end and to actually achieving what they want to achieve. But for now, they're here. So don't even worry about the people laughing at you for failing, because they don't get it. They don't understand. They have never even tried to fulfill or achieve anything, so they obviously wouldn't understand the process of success. Like, for example, if you're teaching a grade 4 math class, right, and you're teaching them and one of them raises their hand, they get the question wrong, are you going to laugh at them and be like, haha, you didn't know that? No, you're not, because you're probably going to be like, you know what, they're learning, and I've been there too. I've also struggled in this before. It's not a big deal. But then the people in the back of the class who aren't paying attention, they see that somebody failed and raise their hand and, you know, made a mistake. They're going to be like, haha, that's so funny, because they're losers and they're idiots. The people who laugh at other people for failing, or for making mistakes and stuff are the dumbest people there are, because they think that they know everything already. They think that they've learned everything that they need to learn. So they're like, oh, people making mistakes and failing, you, what an embarrassment. But then the people who are actually successful and rich, they would never laugh at anybody, because first of all, they've been there and done that, and they've made the mistakes before, and that's why they are where they are, because they had to learn all these things to actually be like gain the knowledge and the tools to get to where they are now. They had to acquire that knowledge to actually apply to the now found success. But the people who have never tried to make anything out of their lives, obviously they don't know what failing is, because they only go for the easy stuff. So obviously they're gonna laugh at you, because they're gonna be like, I've never failed. Yeah, because you've never tried to do anything hard in your entire life. Everything that you've achieved, everyone else has achieved too. You're not special. Like, the people who are successful, they see it as like everybody has to make mistakes in order to learn, and also they know that they don't know everything. They know that they also have things out there that they don't know. The millionaires and the billionaires out there, they're not like, oh, she made a mistake, she didn't know that, because they know too that they still have stuff to learn too, so they're not one to judge. But the people who are laughing at everybody, they think that they know everything. They don't get out of their comfort zone, because they just want to feel like they know everything. So that's why they'll never succeed, because they just stay in the comfort zone all the time, the safe zone, where they're like, I know everything. If your younger self was watching you right now and had all these dreams, you know, your younger self who had all these dreams, had so many goals they wanted to accomplish and really believed in themselves, if they could see you right now through a screen, would they be proud of what you're doing right now? Are you working towards the same goals that you have, that you and your younger self have? Are you working towards that? Would they be proud of you right now? Are you giving your younger self everything that she's ever wanted or he has ever wanted? And look at your environment right now. Look at the people that you're around right now. Look at the opportunities that you present to yourself right now. Would you place your younger self in the same situation as you are in right now? Is this something that you would do for your younger self? Because if not, then why do you do it for you? You're still your younger self. Your younger self is always with you. Why do you do this to yourself? And now come back to your perspective. You are looking from your sight right now to two versions of your older self or your future self. You have one self who, you know, achieved everything that they wanted to achieve. They have the house, they have the life, they have the car, they have everything that they want, the life that I just envisioned, that you just envisioned into your mind right now. Whenever I said that, that's the life that I'm talking about. And you have this side who lives the life that's, you know, just the alternative. Just, you know, you have you know, a job that lets you get by. You have, you know, a kind of like a random car that, you know, you just kind of bought because it was cheap. And you gave your family a decent life. You showed them a decent life. You know, you made it by. If you were at a fortune teller and this is what they played in front of you, which one would you rather hear? Would you rather the great life or the, you know, the one that, you know, you just made it by? It wasn't a great life. It wasn't a bad life. It was just, you know, a regular basic whatever life. Which one would you rather? And look at how you're being right now. Look at how you're living and see which one you're heading towards. And now imagine both of these lives are fighting for you. This basic life that's just, you know, whatever, also wants you, and this really great future wants you too. Which one do you think is going to be proud of you right now? Do you think that this life who's like trying to attract you right now, would they be like, yes, keep doing what you're doing right now, you're coming my way? Or do you think that this life, the great life, is like, yes, keep going my way, you're doing it? Which one do you think would be actually really happy to see you come to your side? Which one are you gravitating? Which one are you working towards more right now? You only have one single life. This is your one time in this body to really make it count. You have to do everything it takes to make it count. Don't waste your time worrying about what other people think and trying to please everyone when nobody's trying to please you either. If you work hard, you have motivation, and you really believe in yourself, you will do well. I promise. But yeah, anyways, that's my video. If you enjoyed my video, make sure you subscribe and comment and tell me any other suggestions you have for me. Anyways, bye.